we've been taking strain, climbing these crazy mountain passes in our big ass Pajero. And then you see guys like this that are hardcore, proper hardcore on bicycles. It's mad.
We're both from California. Yeah.
What made you do something as mad and crazy as cycling Lesotho?
Well, we've done a lot of like cycling trips like this before. We did Baja California in Mexico.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just looking for a new adventure and found this. There's a route that goes from Meseru to Sunny Pass. It looks pretty epic, so we decided to do it.
What's the goal? Have you got something planned per day? Kilometers you try and get?
We try to do 50 a day. I mean, yesterday was really rough. We started at about 5 o'clock, 5:30, and we didn't get here till dark, so it was about a 14.5-hour day. And actually, most of the day we were hiking our bike uphill because it's just way too rocky. It's impossible to ride.
Yeah, a bunch of huge rocks on the road.
Are you going to try and do everything on road, or is there off-track stuff as well that you're trying to do?
We always try to stay off-road as much as possible.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and about half through yesterday was on single track.
Like the cattle tracks.
Yeah, cattle tracks. So single trail, single file trail.
Do you know where you're going? Were you guys just relying on the generosity of locals? Because you might not always make it to a campsite.
We have GPS as well. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work that well, you know, just because of the terrain. But yeah, we have a rough idea, and we have waypoints where we got to resupply. But even then, it's difficult. But I think we do have the idea that locals will help us if we really need it.
Do you have much time to interact with the locals?
We stopped at a small cafe and drank some mamuzaza. It's a ginger beer. It's pretty. I like it a lot. Yeah. But we talked to the locals there, learning some basic words and phrases in Sesotho to get around. So yeah, a little bit.
Have you got tents in case?
We have bivy sats.
Yeah, bivy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we try to pack light.
Oh, you have to, I guess.
Yeah. And we also have tarps if it rains pretty hard. So.
Absolute respect.
Thank you.
Respect. You learn a lot about yourself doing something like this.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. Cool. Good luck, eh?
Hey, thanks a lot.
Cool. I was happy to see that a few weeks later, David and Stefano had safely completed their epic trek.
To the night, with you, my arms, nothing can go wrong. We'll fall asleep on a star.
Lying ahead for us was one last mammoth day on the road, but there was a last box to tick before starting our journey for home. Lesotho, I love you. It's been absolutely amazing being here. What a spectacular country. Wherever you look, the scenery is on another level. The people are so warm, welcoming, and we felt so safe in our time that we've spent here as well. I am just a little bit sad that we lost so many days right up front on just to see how far it is, that we couldn't spend the 6 or 7 nights we originally allocated. I have to come back because I think there's so many amazing places that we haven't even seen or explored. So today we crossed the border back into South Africa, and I just thought what a fitting way to say goodbye from the rooftop of Africa, from the mountain kingdom of Lesotho, then at the absolutely dramatic Malatsunyane Falls, 192 meters. That behind me sums up everything that is Lesotho. Spectacular.
Where are we going? She said there and back just to see how far it is. Whoa, Pa, why are we going? He said, 'cause we got this time that Yah gave in our hands. Just to see how far it is. Oh, come on, brother, please. Won't you show us just how far it is?
time.
Border at Telebridge is a route we're going out. We were advised by Rod to take Orkeluk's neck pass, but it's got a crazy difficulty rating and we are out of time, so we're taking the easy route back home.
In every tear, I never would have thought we'd make it here. Please know, wherever this life goes, this will be your home. You're never alone, my love. Remember, you're always enough. Hold on and never give up. You're never alone. Wherever this life goes, wherever this life goes, take heart, love, through the years. Live your life free of fear. Through all of the laughs and every tear, never would have thought we'd make it here.
Well, that was almost a proper. So we arrive here, I give her my passport, and she stamps under, stamps Elise, says to mine, you've got no entry stamp in there. So I'm like, well, what do you mean? So when we crossed the border at Sani, those oaks were so lacquer, paid for the vehicle, they've stamped 2 of the 3 passports. So apparently I'm not here. So, you guys know I can have a bit of a tone, I suppose. So all I did is I asked her, well, whose fault is that? And yeah, first bit of attitude that I've seen in Lesotho, she says to me, well, no, it's not my problem. It is the Sani border control problem. You drive to Sani and go and sort it out. So it was a bit of a irritating standoff. Anyway, Lee's chatted to her nicely and they've let us in. But I just hate that authoritarian attitude. AA, it sucks. Anyway, we're at breakfast in Lesotho. We're going to have lunch in South Africa. We're back home.
Please know, wherever this life goes, this will be your home. You're never alone, my love. Remember,
Yeah, so I'm going to push to Queenstown, another 3 hours. And it leaves us with a short run back home tomorrow. We've got a really nice plan for our last night. A really cool place just outside PE. So you can get a couple of mates to come and join us for a last little wild camp before we call it an adventure done. Season 2. This is surreal. We're doing 110 k's an hour, cruise control, things that haven't happened for a while now. Jeez, like what a transformation. I mean, they tell you the average speed that you cover Lesotho is like 24 kilometers an hour, and I thought, whatever, I can honestly well believe it. We are blitzing to Queenstown. This is actually quite a lovely. I needed this. Don't judge us, okay? Because what we're going to do now is very much not the justice how far it is away, but it has been a marathon day. We were up at 6 this morning. It is now 6:45 and we're rolling into Queenstown. We've pushed hard. So we're not going to set up camp. We're not even going to bloody cook. We're going to do what you oaks have been doing for 31 days, and that's eating junk food. So we're going to go. So another one of those stories, you know, we didn't know we were going to stay in Queenstown, so last night frantically trying to find pet-friendly accommodation, and we found Cozy Corner, and what an amazing spot, like a little garden, so the dogs are chilled, and the owner, she is just superb, like really cool. This is not a bed and breakfast, we're just meant to be sleeping, and then have a look what we get brought this morning, like proper bacon and eggs, fry up. It's just like, I don't know. Some people just know when you need a little bit of help in the morning. Another day, another beautiful road trip. Heading from Queenstown, we're going through the Nicomalan Pass now. It's crazy to think yesterday we were at 3,000 meters and now we 1,200 meters, so definitely close to home, almost back at sea level. So yeah, now we push to Schotia Safaris just outside Port Elizabeth and Yananacha, and we're going to end off the season with our last wild camp. That's going to be spectacular, and we invited a couple of mates along as well, so we might even whip out the poiki. We haven't done that at all this entire trip, and that's a crime. Now listen, thank you for coming to say hi, Marcus, you as well. And just thanks for opening up Schotia, bud. Yeah, like when we were looking at where we were going and how to wrap this thing up, it just seemed like the perfect place for one last lacquer camp.
Awesome.
Oh,
and a pleasure to have you here, welcome.
Yeah, but listen, well done, you built a lacquer car, we survived.
Yeah, thank you.
Only just. Yeah.
Not home yet, huh?
No, oh, don't go there, don't go there. The whole time we've been camping to relax. Now along comes Marcus and it's a Musa competition, and I'm not competitive at all.
Putting my tables and chairs up.
Oh, we're going the whole hog.
Let's set up camp.
We've done our dressing room.
Set on your dressing room. Set up camp.
Can I put out my kitchen already?
You can put out whatever you like.
Baby, get my car keys, let's get a table. I'm going to set up camp. He's being bad-eyed. He's being bad-eyed.
So facts are facts. This Bundu Tech sets up as fast as a throwdown tent.
I think, you know, it does, but I also think Marcus isn't particularly fast. So, but I suppose even the tortoise has his day. Marcus, are you going to put up your washing area as well, or is that just going to be
No,
me?
let's not go too far now. Come on.
Oh, I like washing. That's my speciality.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're going to wash this for me. See what happens when you take shortcuts. Look at Maurice's hand.
You would think I would have learnt my lesson. Legs down first when you unhitch from the car. Dumb. Anyway, we did it again. Luckily, no stitches for these.
You don't have to be that competitive, really.
How did the race go? I mean,
What race? Oh, is it a race? Oh no, I was just setting up camp gently and, you know. 3 against 1, it sounds like an old proverb, doesn't it?
Just give me a sip.
Bit of Jack and Gin. Girail.
Gee, that's lovely, eh?
Nice and refreshing. Get it last. I've got ice. I've
I
got
don't
Jack.
mind. I don't mind losing, if that's what I get. Yeah. We're doing an Orissa poiki. This is from my mate Kevin, who was meant to actually do this for us, the lazy bastard. Where were you? Anyway, last night of the trip we're going to do it. According to his recipe, which I also got laughed at by Marcus, because you can't have a poiki recipe. The browning of the meat happens later, but I'm told that the browning of the meat should happen first. So let's vote. Who reckons we brown the meat first?
Mufasa says yes.
Okay, baby?
Definitely.
Yes.
Always brown the meat first.
Okay, I'll brown the meat. Bring the meat, baby. Coil, baby, coil.
It's still a bit cold. Because you didn't take it out. Oh no, I told you at lunchtime, take the meat out. He said, no. So this is on you.
Who do you believe?
I plead the fifth.
No, at the end of the trip. Big sides. I told her to take it out, but she was too busy reading. Unbelievable. Can't get good help these days. One last stir. We'll add the mushrooms in now. We'll leave it to do its thing. But let me tell you, this has not been easy, because I've had so many. What's the equivalent of a backseat driver when you're cooking in a kitchen? A lot of chirping from the cheap seats here. And anyway, knowing me, I'll stick to my guns. It'll be lovely.
How's that chili working out for you?
Beautiful. This place always amazes me when I arrive here, because you can't actually believe you're so close to PE.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
it's like 40 minutes drive, and you're having a proper Big Five experience.
That's what we sort of pride ourselves on, and having it really authentic as well, which is a big part of it. Real raw African experience. That's the big thing.
How long have you had the farm? How many generations? 3?
So I'm the sixth.
6?
Yeah, since 1833 is when the family arrived.
Crazy.
So originally from England, Sussex.
Yeah.
And you know, just after that first wave of settlers came that second wave, and they were part of that lot. And settled out here.
This year, it was you lost 2 of your rhinos through poaching.
Yeah.
Those 2 had been through an attempted poach a few years
Yeah,
before.
so Bonnie and Clyde were very well known. I mean, they were like part of the family, with us for 16 years. And they had originally, they had been poached in 2012 already. Fortunately, those poachers that came in didn't use a bullet, they used a drug, which often helps them. It's quieter and doesn't alert anybody to what's going on. When we found them, they were nearly dead, stumbling around, and that was what we think is almost 48 hours later.
Wow.
So these poachers just left them for dead, basically. They didn't care about waking them up.
A lot of places don't want you to show that they are rhino, but your attitude's quite refreshing, I think.
These guys do their homework. They've got insiders that give out information.
So whether
So
it's
you gotta-
filmed or not, they're going to know.
Yeah, exactly. And you want it to be filmed. You want people to know what rhino they can come and see.
Yeah.
By them coming to see these rhino, they're contributing to the conservation of the rhino.
Yeah.
And also the education of those people. The guides get to educate those guests that are coming to see these rhinos. The idea of what's going on needs to be turned around. For example, our neighbour's got 6,000 sheep and he shears them and he sells their wool. There's 40 million sheep in South Africa, but there's only 20,000 rhino. But there's a demand for rhino horn just like there's a demand for wool.
Sell it.
Imagine illegalizing wool tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everybody would stop farming sheep. Imagine legalizing rhino at the same time. All the sheep farmers would stop farming sheep and they'd farm rhino.
100%.
And you don't have to kill the animal to sell the horn.
Is that going to change?
So I believe that the politicians are very much involved and they have sway with world regulatory authorities that can change it, being CITES. And they are the ones who can change the rules. And it's basically Southern Africa. That's where the last rhinos are.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Proper.
Really lucky to have you out here.
This is wild. It's special. It's really cool.
Good.
Thank you. Cute, eh?
If you keep doing that, it's self-raising flower.
This for me is when it gets a little bit sad, because these are all the things we're going to do for the last time. We're going to grind coffee beans for the last time, we're going to wash dishes for the last time. 32 days goes quickly. How lucky was last night?
So I've got a picture of the fire, the dog sitting at the fire, dead still for a photograph, and it's just so stunning out here.
No, but thanks for pulling through, but it's like...
I needed it.
Funny though,
you need this for the soul. Bush TV, that fire last night, sitting there, unwinding.
It's just like you're chatting with Justin too.
Yeah.
It's like, those are the stories that come out around a campfire.
Generations of stories.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
So we are lucky to be able to do this because it's, hey, Just, can we? You know, but a lot of other people don't get that opportunity to.
Yeah.
Yes, and if I take her a rusk, she's going to really like me this morning. It'll be the first time the whole trip.
You didn't take Russ with you on a trip?
No, I didn't know.
The first time she's going to like you.
That's the first time that she's going to like me in the morning. Baby? Oh, you're there. Okay, just checking. I don't want you to overhear anything. No.
Hello.
Come get your coffee.
Thank you.
Go get your coffee. I've even dipped the rusk for you. Sleep okay? The snoring was crazy last night. Jesus.
I keep you away.
Yeah, you did. Last time we're going to get to do this. Walking off into the bush.
I need somewhere to dig a hole.
We don't have to dig a hole because Justin's gone and made short drop toilets. I think it's through there. Oh, I see the spade. This is what most of us do first thing in the morning is we get our paperwork out the way, pull our phones out, catch up on all the latest news. So I'm doing exactly what you're doing, just I'm doing it in a way better place. I mean, how amazing is this? Hell. Until the lion comes by. Okay, so these are not mine.
Obviously.
We had a double blowout in our slots. So Elise has kindly donated me hers. Well, she hasn't really, I just took them.
Yeah, I reckon if you're going to wear my slops, you're going to wear my nail polish.
And I'm not going to lie, these things do need a manicure, pedicure, angle grinder. But you know what, I've got a better idea. General Tyres, they got us on the road for season 2. But you know what took us there and back just to see how far it is? Was our Grabber 80Xs. And have a look here. The one thing that isn't marked is the X. And General Tyres, red, I think that X needs a mark. Because this trip has been excellent, the tyres have been excellent, the trip's been extreme, and I think we've left our mark the way you should.
tracks north end of the Demon Valley heading west. So they might have gone up to the quarantine area. They might be up in the double gates if we get a chance to go past it.
That's it. Season 2 pretty much done and dusted, and I honestly can't think of a better way to have wrapped up this epic adventure than right here at Schotia Safaris, and just for us to have such a wild camping experience last night, to wake up this morning, go on a game drive, to see the animals, the birds. I think it just sums up South Africa. It sums up the beauty of our country, the amazing people that we have, and why you want to get on the road just to see how far it is.
Just to see how far it is. Just to see how far it is. Oh, come on, brother, please. Come show us just how far it is. Just to see how far it is. Just to see how far it is.